Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Crafting with Class. Today I am sharing the Diamond Press Deadly Goodie Box to create these really fun, spooky little coffin boxes. So let's get started. So in the kit of the Deadly Goodie Box, you get all the pieces that you need to create these fun little coffin boxes. And of course, Diamond Press will give you all the instructions on how to put them together. I actually had a paper template that I used for years. I was so excited to get a die set to create these little fun boxes. So you get, of course, lots of stamps, lots of dies to really bring these spooky coffin boxes to life, if you will. So you get the big die that creates the bottom of the box, and then the smaller die will create the lid of the box. And then you have lots of other different things to add to your decorations. You get this spooky haunted house that you can make instead of a coffin, and lots of little images that are spooky but fun. You get this like wood grain top of your goodie box, and then you get these two spooky arms, and then some more images, and of course your cutting folder. So let me show you how easy it is to put these little cute boxes together. First, you want to start off, I always start off by first folding all the score lines to get them ready to go. Now I have to apologize because I was totally out of frame when I was doing the lid, but once I move over to the box bottom, then you're going to see everything, but it's the same thing, so I apologize. Anyway, like I mentioned before, anytime I am making any type of box or something like that, I prefer to use wet glue because it allows me a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of time to adjust, and especially when you're making boxes that require it to be correct, right? It requires a bit of accuracy so everything fits together nicely. It's good to have that little bit of time to make sure everything is in the right place. So that's why I prefer to use wet glue. And of course, my go-to is the Nouveau Deluxe because it adheres very well and it works pretty quickly. So you don't have to sit there and wait forever for the glue to set. But another trick that I use is to use these little pins. So once I have it where I want it, then I just use the pin to hold it down for me so that I have my fingers free to move on to the next part. So by the time I have the next one adjusted, the glue on the one before is set, and then I can move on to the next one. So here is the lid all assembled. Isn't it cute? All right, so now we're going to move on to the box, and here you're going to be able to have a better view of where to glue and all of that stuff. All right, so again, I start by always folding on those crease marks that the die makes for you. And then I get started with gluing. So now this one's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and add glue to that first flap. I'm going to align it, making sure all the edges meet and match. Put my pin to hold it down for me, and then move on to the next ones. So I got these little pins from Dollar Tree. You can use anything, little clothespins, but I like these because they have like this silicone cover so the glue doesn't stick to it, and they're easy to clean off if you do get some glue on there. So I'm making several of these little goodie boxes because they're fun, but also because I have 2 TAs this year, and TAs are teacher assistants, and usually they're seniors who take this as an elective. And so my TAs are so wonderful, and they do so much to help me to focus on teaching. And what they do for me is just like they make copies for me, they get things ready, they prep things for me, they cut things out, they laminate, just all the things that, take so much time away. And so they are so wonderful, and I'm so lucky that I get 2 this year. And so I take every opportunity to get little gifts for them, just to say thank you. I mean, I know it's their class and they get a grade, but what they do helps me to, not have to stand in front of the copy machine for 20 minutes. So I'm making some of these boxes for them. So here is the box completed. Isn't it super cute? So yeah, these are so fun. All right, so here's another one I made. And so I ran this one through a wood grain embossing folder and then inked it up with some brown ink. I cut this little spooky hand, and so I'm gonna sandwich it in between the lid and the coffin box, so it looks like there's someone trying to crawl out of the coffin box. I think it looks really fun and cute that way. I'm taking these I think they're called spooky eyes. They're from Doodlebug, of course, because they're super cute. And I've had these for years. I don't even know if the eyes are supposed to be yellow. I think they might have been whitish at one point, but I've had them for so long. But yellow eyes make it, still work, especially for Halloween things. So they have different sizes and different colors, and they're just the perfect final touch to anything that you want to make spooky cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more spooky eyes at that other kind of crack opening in the wood, just for fun. So I'm going to add some little white dots with my white pen. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to add some more touches to finish that off. But that's it. Super simple. And you can make these as simple or as more elaborate as you want. And I'll share the other ones with you in a moment. All right, so here is that box. Now, here's another one that I made using a spider motif. And the spiders, I don't remember if they come from another Halloween one or they come in this one. But here's the one that I made at the beginning. And I wrapped some twine around that. And this one, I ran it through a spider embossing folder and then ran some white ink on top to bring out that spider detail, and I added some little bats flying in there, and those bats do come in the die set. So the box measures 4 1/4 in length and then about 2 1/4 in across, and then the depth is about 1 inch. So unfortunately, it's not big enough for a gift card, which I always like, but you can definitely fill it with whatever goodies you like. So just to give you an idea, if you don't want anything spooky, you can put little craft supplies or a chapstick. Or if you do want to be more traditional, you can put some spooky body parts, gummy body parts in there. Or here I put some gummy snakes, but you can do gummy worms or anything else that would fit in these little boxes. So here are the 4 that I made in this session, and I think they came out super cute and they were super fun to do. I definitely will see myself making more of these in Halloweens to come. Do you make things for Halloween? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye.